I should have known that was the sort of thing you never joke about. But that night, it came out of my mouth before my brain even registered it. We were at the dining table, me, Caleb, and his best friend Noah. We'd known each other for years. But recently, something between Caleb and me had shifted. The easy laughter we used to share had faded into long, exhausting silences. Noah made some tease about couples losing their spark over time. And God, I still don't know why I blurted out. Maybe the spark is gone because your best friend knows my body better than you do. Everything froze. Noah's eyes flew open in stunned shock. Caleb's fork stopped midair. My own smile died instantly. I tried to brush it away, tucking my hair behind my ear. Relax, it was a joke. Caleb didn't even blink. He just stared at me, cold, confused, like he was suddenly face to face with a stranger. Noah awkwardly tried to redirect the conversation, but Caleb pushed his chair back, slow, controlled, and stood. You think that's funny? His voice was low and frighteningly calm. My mouth went dry. Caleb, it was nothing. I was kidding. Was it? He whispered, pointed, precise. It sounded specific. Noah mumbled something about leaving. Caleb didn't respond. He walked into the kitchen, jaw clenched. I followed, trying to explain, but he cut me off with one raised hand. That's enough. I heard more than I wanted to. He didn't come to bed that night. I laid awake listening to the low hum of the fridge, wondering how one reckless sentence could slice straight through a marriage. By morning, the coffee maker sat untouched. His car keys were gone. And next to my half-finished cup from the night before sat his wedding ring. I told myself he just needed space. But by day 3, the silence felt different. It felt final. He ignored my calls. My texts went unread. Even Noah stopped replying. That part hurt more than I expected. I replayed that moment over and over. The disbelief in Caleb's face. The heartbreak. The way he looked at me like I had just confirmed his worst nightmare. Nothing ever happened between Noah and me. But suddenly, every inside joke, every familiar glance felt tainted. Eventually, I drove to Caleb's workshop in Bend. His car was there. He was there. But when I stepped inside, he spoke without even looking at me. You shouldn't have come. I need to explain, I whispered. He looked up then, eyes rimmed red from sleepless nights. Explain what? That my wife thinks my best friend knows her body better? It was an awful joke, I said. I say stupid things when I'm nervous. No, he snapped, slamming a wrench onto the bench. Don't rewrite this. I don't know who you are anymore. You're twisting it into something worse than it is. Am I? His voice cracked. Because Noah hasn't looked me in the eye since that night. My stomach dropped. Don't do this, I said. You know Noah would never. I thought I knew you, too, he murmured. When I stepped toward him, he stepped back. Go home, he said quietly. Just go. I left, feeling something fracture inside me. Later, I stared at Noah's last message from a week earlier. We should stop hanging out so much. Caleb is starting to notice. Notice what? There was never anything to notice. But suddenly, every memory felt suspicious under a spotlight. The next morning I drove to Noah's apartment in Redmond. He looked pale, exhausted, like he'd been up all night. Len, you shouldn't be here, he said immediately. What did you mean by that message? My voice shook. What did you think Caleb was noticing? Noah ran a hand over his face. He told me he was starting to question the way you and I talk. The jokes. The comfort. After what you said that night, anyone would have believed it. My throat tightened. Tears burned behind my eyes. Noah swallowed. Caleb called me yesterday. Told me to cut contact with you completely. It hit me like a physical blow. The man I loved wasn't just doubting me. He was shutting down every bridge to truth. When I got home, his side of the closet was empty. His tools were gone. His favorite mug wasn't on the shelf anymore. On the counter, a folded piece of paper waited. His handwriting. I opened it with shaking hands. I loved you enough to believe your words were thoughtless. But I can't live in a home where my silence has to be interpreted. Maybe one day you'll understand what that joke cost us. I pressed the note to my chest and sank to the floor, realizing how fragile love can be. Weeks passed. He never came back. And I still hear his voice sometimes, that stunned, broken sentence I can't escape. You think that's funny? No, Caleb. It wasn't funny. Not at all.